Hello everybody, and welcome back to Chi Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert on this beautiful Sunday morning, or afternoon now. I just gave the dogs a lunch cookie, and they're all laying down and resting. There's a threat of rain, a 33% chance. It's supposed to be happening right about now, and it's not, but I checked the radar, and it looks like it's all going to run that direction. We got a few clouds overhead here. Looks like there's a little Virgo up there. But other than that, there's some Virgo right over there. But I can't say that we're going to get a whole bunch of rain here, so I'm just going to have to go past that. All right. So, as y'all saw in my video from last night, I added the Victron battery monitor when shunt onto the batteries to see if they agree with the inverter, the all-in-one. And at first I thought they didn't, because Victron was showing 90 something percent, and the app for the all-in-one was saying 40%. And I said, something's not right there. So anyway, I let it run through the night. And when I got up in the morning, the Victron said 40%, and the all-in-one said 39.7%. So apparently they were in pretty much agreement as to what's happening with the batteries. And that kind of is what I was looking for, was a final proof that it's the batteries, not the all-in-one or anything like that. It's not any major strain coming off my cabin. It was mentioned that the Victron showed a 300 watt draw. Well, I'm running a refrigerator and a freezer at about 120 watts each, and then of course there's a little bit of residual draw for the inverter, so that's about right. There was nothing wrong with that. And it's so hard for anybody to diagnose a problem over a distance just by what they can see on a video or what they hear. It's just not really possible to do an accurate diagnosis of what's wrong with the system. And I got a little advantage over everybody because I'm right here, and I get to run these little tests back and forth and narrow it down to one final conclusion, and that conclusion is the batteries are not holding a charge. And I'm getting through the nights and waking up with 39% in the batteries without running anything. I can live with that for a while, but once it starts dropping down into the low temperatures overnight, I'll be running electric heaters, and I don't think 39% is going to be what I wake up to if I'm running an electric heater all night. And I don't want to be running propane all night. I did that for a year or two, and that's why I decided to upgrade my battery and solar system so that I could handle an electric heater and save on propane, because the cost of propane, just like gasoline, has gone up, of course, and paying for propane in the wintertime, I can go through 3 or 4 100-pound tanks, the big tall tanks, and those things are $100 a piece to fill up, 90 something dollars. I just call it 100, and that's that's $500 just to heat in the winter. That's kind of ridiculous, especially since last year, the first year I got to run electric heaters for part of the winter. That cut the usage way down, and Then I changed a propane tank. I put a fresh tank on in the springtime, and I'm still running on that tank right now for the whole summer. So you can see what the difference is, how much heat, and well, it doesn't matter if it's electric or propane or natural gas or whatever you're using. Anything that heats or cools uses the most of it. All right, that's just life. That's the way it is. So I do watch a couple in the Arizona desert that are living in a dome house made of mud with straw bales, and they were just saying they didn't use air conditioning all summer because they were in there, and the temperature kind of maintains a steady degree all through summer and winter. And hey, that's great if you can do it. At my age, I'm not into starting to build a dome house. That would be kind of ridiculous. So anyway, I got to come down here and take a quick look at what's going on inside of the garden house. Make sure it's all okay because my roof is blown off. And finally, as you can see, it finally blew over completely. So I got to do something with that. And that'll be my next job. Anyway, I still have 2 pears on the tree, but they aren't growing worth a dang. And rosemary down here, looking pretty good. I got a few other greens that are growing here, but look at all the stuff missing off there. And I thought it was birds or something getting in here and just eating all the leaves and the greens off. And then I started looking closer and I started finding cutworms and loads of cutworms. I think I probably pulled 15 or 20 cutworms out of everything between here and the tomato plants. And they really did some damage. I got one cutworm big as that finger. Big old fat sucker. Really big fat sucker. So I got some onions starting to come up. That's good. I've used a few of those through the year already. And I have been asked how come I don't show harvesting. Well, I don't really do a major harvest in my garden. I come out, I pick what I need, and I leave everything else in there. So I don't dig everything up all at once. If I had a bunch of tomatoes that were all ripe, of course I'd have to pick all of those at once, but the heat got to them this year, so that didn't happen. So as you can see, I've pulled some of the dry dead stuff off of these, and there was some fresh growth on some of them. But well, like right down there, there's some fresh growth on that plant right there. But it's not gonna, well, I don't know. Here we got, okay, three of the flowers have set tomatoes on them. We'll see if anything comes out of that. But yeah, I gotta prune this all back, and oh, there's one. I see one. Look at that. Right there. One nice big juicy cutworm. So, what do I do with those when I find them? Oh, there's another one right down there. I plucked them off into a little can, and I take them out and I set them free in the chicken run. And boy, do the chickens like that. And they peck at them until they make sure they're dead, and then they just swallow them. Pretty cool. And it's good nutrition for them. They like it. So that's what's going to happen to these two right here. That guy's a pretty good size one right there. And so is he. That I'm going to have to walk around and make sure there aren't any others, because I thought I got them all. And to be that big, they didn't grow up in 2 days from birthed to that size. So there may be more in here, and I'll get to them all. In the meantime, I want to thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to share and subscribe. This is G Bear, signing off.